What's going on, everybody? It is Joe. Welcome to the channel today. All those gains just completely wiped out. Not what we wanted to see. Can't say it's all that surprising, to be honest, after hearing the news today. Although it is a bit disappointing after getting hopes up, after getting that great news that a lot of us have been waiting for. That was one of the big things that we needed checked off of the list for XRP, for these other altcoins, for Bitcoin. We've been waiting for the strategic reserve announcement. We finally got it, and then it all got ruined by today's news, and that is just deflating. That said, today's news, not all that surprising, to be honest. Figured it was coming at some point. Thought yesterday's news would outweigh that, but apparently not. The good news is that I do think it showed us what the potential is for these coins when something like that happens, for when these tariff situations get figured out. We did see the kind of run that is awaiting for that. We did see what they would go up to, and I feel like that's a good indicator. So don't be scared, it would be my advice. I just think we now know what they can get up to. We saw them pull back down, and I feel like it's just a great time to accumulate more because those good times are right around the corner in my mind, even though we got some bad news today. So with that bad news, Trump announced that 25% tariff, and let's get right into that. Take a watch.
Very importantly, tomorrow tariffs 25% on Canada and 25% on Mexico, and that'll start. So they're going to have a tariff. So what they have to do is build their car plants, frankly, and other things in the United States, in which case they have no tariffs. In other words, you build.
So 25% tariff in Canada, in Mexico on all their goods. That the market responded very harshly to that. There's been the rumors leading up to this, and he said multiple things about tariffs in the past, but we weren't ready for that date yet, and the market responded harshly to that. So we knew the time was coming when the tariffs were going to be put in place, that we were going to see this pullback again. Unfortunately, it just happened to be the day after the best news we could have had. A lot of people are saying manipulation. We're going to go over that today. So stay tuned to the end of the video as we talk about all things that happened between yesterday and today and why there's still reason to be positive, to be honest. But yeah, 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. More China tariffs are coming too. We did see they're going to raise those tariffs 10%. The goal here is to bring jobs to America so that they open up, all these countries will open up, or plants here will open up their plants here instead of bringing their jobs to other countries. They're encouraging them to build here instead of outsourcing them to save on the tariffs. And we did actually see something in regard to that from these guys, so I'll talk about that too. But here you got the market. Bitcoin 86,000, down 9% today. Ethereum down 15, XRP 18, still up 5% from that run we had yesterday, so that's nice to see. You see Cardano still in the green, Solana still in the green, XRP still in the green. Those are the three that got mentioned in the reserve, and so that big run yesterday still left them in the green overall, despite today's massive pullbacks. Cardano still up 26%, so that's pretty big still, even though they're down 23% today. Solana down 20, XRP down 18. Market is just taking a beating today with this tariff news that Trump announced. But I still don't really get why crypto is going down. If you guys think crypto should correlate with this kind of news like how it has been, give me your thoughts below on why you think so, because I just don't really get why crypto is responding this way to tariff news. Like, I would get if the US dollar, cost of goods, and stuff like that changed, but to me, crypto is supposed to solve this. So I feel like it's a lot of people being uneducated on the impact that crypto is going to have on our markets, on our consumers, and I feel like eventually this is kind of like a short-term thing because people don't really know. They aren't used to crypto. They don't know how it should respond to news like this. In the long run, I feel like this is going to be good news. But for the short term, we're going to have to deal with this as everyone's kind of trying to figure out crypto as these regulations are, we think are coming, but we don't know are coming. And so once we get some more regulations, once we get some more clarity, and once people have been in crypto a while and actually know how it works and so on, maybe we won't see as big of dips when news like this happens. But for now, I think that's something we're going to have to deal with. And then we're also going to see pretty quick climb backs, just like we've seen the last 3 times he's talked about tariffs. We went down, but we ended up going back up eventually. So I do feel like that's going to come too. Here you have, I very rarely say manipulation. Today I say it, manipulation. We see, like, the announcement came yesterday for the strategic reserve on a Sunday morning, the most illiquid time in the market, and he announces that. A lot of people made a lot of money. Today he announces this. A lot of people could have made a lot of money. A lot of people lost a lot of money. But I feel like if you shorted or longed all of Trump's announcements accurately, you'd be doing very, very well right now. Just playing the news and assuming, like, it's basically a wave is what it seems like. And we'll get some good news, and then we get set back with some bad news. And we get some good news, and then we get some bad news. So maybe this crypto summit coming up on Thursday, maybe we're going to get some good news. I think that's very possible. He also had a tweet or a post about some news tomorrow night. I'm going to be paying attention to that. I'm not getting my hopes up yet for tomorrow night, although I still think it could be interesting. I still think he could say something of value. The day I'm really looking forward to is Thursday, but you see a lot of these kind of posts today on X of people talking about manipulation, about the prices, or about the news he drops when he drops it. The markets just keep going up and down, and I don't know. Give me your thoughts below. Do you think market manipulation is going on? Do you think Trump's just doesn't really know what he's doing and he's just saying these things in a random order and they're happening, but are you keeping the same long-term picture? Give me your thoughts below. I'd love to know what you think. And then going off of this with those tariffs, I do want to bring some good news about that. One of the guys standing next to him, Taiwanese chip manufacturer, will be announcing a $100 billion investment in the U.S. to avoid Donald Trump's tariffs. This is a massive win. So this is the goal of what he's trying to do. He's trying to have these companies, instead of making their products in other countries, to bring them into the U.S. to build plants. And he's going to, I think I saw 5 big plants, 20,000 jobs or something like that, well-paying jobs, making chips in the U.S. And so that's a massive win. That's the goal that Trump's trying to do. That's the long-term picture. It's a long-term play. Short-term, I feel like, until these companies have these plants, until things get figured out, until alternate options get figured out, because a 25% tariff is quite a bit. I feel like in the short term we are going to see the effects of that, but in the long term I think we're going to see more and more things like this happening, and it will be good for the US, and hopefully that means for crypto as well. And now going on to the news from yesterday, we saw a lot of Bitcoin people get pretty upset about the news. A lot of Bitcoin maxis had wanted no part in XRP, Solana, and Cardano being a part of the strategic reserve. So I'm curious what your thoughts are. Do you think those 3 deserve to be in it? Do you think only 1, 2, or 3, all 3 deserve to be in it? None of them? Give me your thoughts below. I'm very curious what you think. All I know is a lot of talk on X where Bitcoin people saying this was ridiculous. They feel let down. They feel embarrassed. They only believed in Bitcoin. They thought that was the only crypto that should make it, and they doubted all the other coins. And so there's been a lot of complaining about how these other coins, even Ethereum, didn't deserve to be in the strategic reserve. And here you got Tyler Winklevoss, co-founder of Gemini. I have nothing against XRP, Solana, and ADA, but I do not think they are suitable for a strategic reserve. Only one digital asset in the world right now meets the bar, and that digital asset is Bitcoin. Many of these assets are listed for trading on Gemini and meet our rigorous listing policy criteria, but with respect to a strategic reserve, it is another standard. An asset needs to be hard money that is proven store of value like gold. And then you have Peter Schiff, who's been very against Bitcoin. I get the rationale for a Bitcoin reserve. I don't agree with it, but I get it. We have a gold reserve. Bitcoin is digital gold, which is better than analog gold. So let's create a Bitcoin reserve too. But what's the rationale for an XRP reserve? Why would we need that? And that's been just the whole sentiment around all these Bitcoin people, even anti-Bitcoin people. And then you have Anthony Pompliano, Peter Schiff, Bitcoin maximalist. I saw that comment, kind of funny. So yeah, you have all these people getting upset about these other coins being involved in the strategic reserve. I think there's use for it, especially like Ethereum. I can understand. XRP, I'm a big believer in XRP. I can see the potential value of having that there. Solana, I can see that being involved. Cardano's a bit of a surprise, but I feel like diversifying it a little bit is going to be good for crypto industry as a whole. Even if I was a Bitcoin maxi, Bitcoin's still my number one holding. I love Bitcoin, but I think it's good for the industry, for other coins to do well as well, for other coins to have a role in crypto, so more and more people can get involved and make life easier if their utility lives up to what we all think it can do. So with more and more people getting educated on these other coins, I think it's only going to be good for crypto as an industry. And when people tear these other coins down, I think it hurts the industry. So I don't really know why they're doing that, but I am curious to know your thoughts on this whole thing. Do you think they all deserve to be in the strategic reserve or not? Now getting into some good news, we have Eric Trump. You're welcome, my friend. Hopefully I made someone's life just a little bit better. Now my advice, he meant to say hodl, or hold. I guess you could say either one, hold or hodl, long term, because he's saying buy the dips, never fade Eric Trump. He's telling us what to do. He's never steered us wrong. Obviously, we still have some dips with him giving this advice. Like, the dips are still going to happen, but he said to buy the dips, and the next thing you know, you could have made a lot of money. Never fade Eric Trump, and he's been telling us to buy for months now, or at least a month now. And then he goes, you're welcome, my friend. Hopefully I made someone's life just a little bit better. Now my advice, hold long term. There's still more to come from the Trumps. You are hearing it from a Trump himself. Reason to be optimistic, reason to be bullish. Don't lose hope. And then people are clearly not ready for what's about to happen. I don't give financial advice here, but I highly suggest everyone zoom out and stop focusing so much on short-term price action. A lot of crying again in the comments, complete lack of vision. The floodgates are about to open because of legal clarity and deregulation in US. We're finally going to see this space thrive and grow like never before. Tariffs will be net positive for the US economy, which is preparing to be the crypto capital of the world. Short-term pain, long-term gain. Tens of trillions of dollars incoming. Short-term 50% price swings in either direction will mean nothing in the long run. So that's what I've been trying to say for a long time. That's exactly my line of thinking, is when you zoom out, when you look at that long-term picture, all the signs are still there that crypto is going to keep going up, that crypto is going to have that regulation, that legal clarity in the US, and it's just a matter of time. So we're going to see these swings back and forth for a while until we get that. But in the long run, when you zoom out and you just hold, like Eric Trump was saying, there's reason to believe you're going to end up doing quite well. So I agree with Dan here. I completely agree. Tariffs will be a net positive in the US in the long run, kind of like I was saying earlier. I do think that's going to happen. I do think once they get that figured out, once other countries realize we aren't messing around with that, like, things will settle down and will end up being actually a positive for us. But with that, there is going to be a lot of short-term pain. We just have to withstand it. So that's my thoughts on that. I'd love to know your thoughts below on that as well. So if you feel like interacting, if you want to talk about that, I'd love to interact with you and respond to your thoughts. And then finally, the latest bullish news. I talked about this a bit at the beginning, but we still have the White House Crypto Summit coming Friday. Stay bullish. I think this is going to be some big news coming. So pay attention. Get ready for this news. Let's see what happens at this Crypto Summit. I think he could make a big announcement talking about some of the stuff he mentioned yesterday about the strategic reserve, about those coins, possibly about the allocation. Am I getting my hopes up super high? No, I'm going to temper my expectations a little bit, but I do think he's going to give us something of value and something that we can build off of. So a lot to unpack today. We got so excited yesterday. We saw prices going crazy. Everyone thought this was the start of the bull market. This was the check mark that we needed to take off. And then Trump responded today and just kicked us back to the ground, beat us down, left us all disappointed again. So give me your thoughts below. Are you still going to hold? Are you staying in it? Do you wish you would have sold? Do you think there's market manipulation going on? Do you think he knows what he's doing? Or what are your thoughts? I would be curious to know. Please, if you like the video, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on those bell notifications. I'd love to keep bringing you crypto news. I'd love to talk with you guys. I'd love to interact with you guys. Hit that like button if you don't mind. And until then, I will see you in the next one.